Everyone, Peter Schiff here. It is Friday, July 30th, 2010. Well, let me update everybody on the status of the ad campaigns and the $1 million money bomb that we held yesterday. Unfortunately, my $1 million goal was a bit optimistic, although if you don't shoot high, you never hit that target. Unfortunately, I guess we didn't have enough advance notice on this money bomb. We only had 2 or 3 days advance notice. But a lot of people did contribute. I think about 2,200 people contributed to the money bomb. And if you add the money that we got on the money bomb day, and I think the 1 or 2 days before where I had announced the money bomb, and some people didn't wait and they contributed early, we raised about $200,000, which is really the most I've raised since day one on this campaign, when I originally got $500,000 before I was a candidate. But the whole idea was I wanted to get at least $500,000 to run my media buy, and if I didn't make the $500,000, I was going to return the contributions because I wouldn't have enough for the ads. Well, you know, I've been so impressed with the momentum that this campaign has picked up recently that I really didn't want to derail it. So even though we came up short, I decided to kick in the $300,000 myself to meet the $500,000 minimum. So the ad campaign will begin tomorrow. Look for the new ad that we featured with Linda McMahon starting tomorrow and running all the way up until the primary on August 10th. Also, we will be including another video, a positive video, strictly focusing me, but I needed to take a shot at Linda. You know, she is the leader. She is way ahead, but I think her support is very soft. And I think if I blow on her a bit, she'll topple. And so that's what I have to do first. I have to tear her down a bit, and then I got to build myself up. I got to get Linda's supporters that are iffy already to turn, and then I got to give them an alternative. And that is what we're going to do. And now, I coughed up $300,000 extra. So I got to say, I mean, I'm at about $1 million now in this primary. I'm all in on the primary. I mean, I'm willing to spend more if we pull this off. But you guys are going to have to help. And the challenge that I'm issuing over the weekend is I still want to do a radio buy. I started out with a $500,000 TV buy. I want to do a full week of radio. I'm producing a new 1-minute spot. It's really good. It's a compare and contrast between me and Linda. It's about 85 grand to run it on radio constantly for the last week. I need 85 grand, all right? Let's see if you can raise that for me over the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, the aftershock of the money bomb. So everybody who contributed, if you can do a little bit more, those of you who didn't contribute to the money bomb, here's your shot to make up. You know, let me count on you for the radio buy. I covered the shortfall in the TV buy. Give me the 85,000. Let's do the radio buy. And if we get more, all the money that comes in between now and the end of the buy, I'm just going to up the media buy. I'm just going to run more commercials. Let's bury her. And let's let the people in Connecticut know that there is a viable alternative, and that's me. And the other way that you guys can help me out is with the phone banking. You know, and part of the reason that I was willing to spend another $300,000 is look, I know I beat you guys up about not phone banking, but that doesn't mean I don't appreciate those of you who are, because believe me, I do. In fact, let me announce, yesterday, only 60 people called. We did 3,801 calls. We've made about 105,000 calls, though. That is impressive. In what, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks? The winner was Chris from Virginia, made 519 calls. Now, Chris was one of the guys who won yesterday. I didn't have his name. 2 days in a row, Chris won. Also, I think we had a guy that came in second. I'm also going to throw in a copy of How an Economy Grows and Why It Crashes for Daniel in Connecticut, a local boy, a constituent of mine, made 345 calls. Way to go, Daniel. Also, a special shout out to Chris Ruthie from Nebraska. Chris has made at least 100 calls every single day since we had the new phone banking. Every day. Now that's dedication. Now, we have 2 more weekends of phone banking left between the primary this weekend and next weekend. We have got to go all out. Remember, my mail campaign is going to drop this weekend. So people are going to go to their mailboxes and they're going to see some stuff on Linda McMahon this weekend. All right, starting up with some negatives with Linda, followed up with some positives on me. There's method to this, but it's going to happen. So the mailboxes are going to show up stuff on Linda. They're going to see these commercials. They've got to get your phone calls because the phone calls are all positives on me. It's people calling up. Now, I think the best introduction from the people I've talked to is just call up and announce, hi, you know, I'm with the Peter Schiff, volunteer for the Peter Schiff campaign. I'm just calling to remind you about the Republican primary on August 10th. Did you remember about the primary? Are you planning on voting? Fantastic. Who are you supporting? Let them answer. You know, if it's not me, if it's Linda McMahon, well, why are you supporting Linda? I mean, do you know about Peter Schiff? And just tell them my positives, right? Tell them Linda's negatives. Tell them why I'm the real grassroots, the real outsider, the real guy that's going to shake up Washington. She's just pretending to be me, right? I'm the real deal. Tell them that. These calls are making so much of a difference. I have gotten so much feedback from the people who are making them, telling me, you know, how positive they are, the impact that they're making. So we can do this, right? In fact, the phone banking is really giving me the courage to know that I can pull this thing off. Right? I'm not throwing money down the drain. I wouldn't have put this extra money in if I didn't think we had a real shot of winning. We can do this. We can pull off this upset. You know, also helping me out is I got the endorsement of Steve Forbes. Somebody is taking notice. Steve Forbes, right? I mean, he was a two-time presidential candidate for the Republicans. He's well known, a fiscal conservative, small government guy. Endorsed my campaign. Also, through this money bomb, we got an official endorsement from Ron Paul. You know, I talked to Ron, and he thought he had already endorsed me. And I guess some people weren't sure, so he went out and did it again. I've got other people endorsing me. You can tell people about that. I think Steve Forbes is a good name in the Republican Party. Use it. Use it in the phone bank. Did you know Steve Forbes endorsed Peter Schiff? Oh, no, I didn't know that. So there's a lot of stuff that you can say. Just say it. You got to make sure you make these phone calls. So this weekend, let's go all out on the phone calls. Let's have everybody who's ever called, right, call some more, right? Go on SchiffForSenate.com and do the phone banking. If you've never done it, it is easy. Remember, there's a 13-year-old girl, right, who won the contest one day with over 850 calls. If a 13-year-old girl can do it, what's your excuse? And if you didn't contribute to the money bomb, you got to contribute some time. This is your chance to help out. And, if you did contribute to the money bomb, thanks, but do the phone banking as well. We need an all-out effort. I'm going to be out campaigning. And remember, starting on Monday, I'm living on the Schiff for Senate bus. I'm sleeping there. I'm there for the entire last week of the campaign, or more than that, going all over the state of Connecticut. So with me on that bus, out there, getting news coverage, with these TV ads running, with my mailers running, and with you guys, the volunteers, not only funding it for me, but making these phone calls, calling up these Republican voters. We can win. We will have this momentum. There is going to be a poll, maybe 2 polls, that will come out between now and the election. And they are going to show me making a move. And when that happens, I'm going to get the momentum. And all these Republicans who now know about me, but are still not voting for me because they don't think I have a shot, once they see that I do have a shot, they will support me. Linda's support will cave. Rob, I don't know where he's going to fit into all of this, but I think I'm going to end up with the votes. I think a lot of people, he was in the campaign, he was out of the campaign. I think he lost the momentum he had initially. Linda McMahon took it away from him. Now she's losing it. I am going to sprint to the finish line in this race. And I need everybody working. We can do this. Right? I've got confidence that we can do it. Again, I wouldn't have put that money in there if I didn't have confidence in the people listening to this video blog. So spend this weekend calling. And every day next week and all of next weekend. We made 100,000 calls in the last 3.5 weeks. Let's beat that between now and the election. Let's make more than 100. Let's make 1 million. We can do it. Take care, everybody. Happy dialing.